Awesome, awesome. Hey guys, I will be looking up, down, over, all around because I'm streaming on a couple of platforms today. So, how have you guys been? I've been awesome. We have a wonderful holiday coming up this weekend, and I hope you guys are prepared and ready for it and you get to relax and enjoy your family and friends. So it's been a while since I've gotten to have asktashea Tuesdays. I've really been busy on the market trying to keep up with coming in front of the camera and attending to you guys live and stuff. So I want today to talk about divorce and selling. Divorce and selling is a very, very sensitive situation, right? You have two parties going through a divorce and they have to make the decision to sell their home. And at times, it can be a smooth transition. It can be they both, both parties agree, both parties have no problem selling, both parties, are prepared and ready for the outcome of the sale and what's to come from that. But at other times, sometimes the two parties cannot agree. They cannot agree on the sale. They cannot agree on the items in the home to sell. They can be at a point where they don't want to agree on a price. They don't want to agree even on a realtor. Yeah. So I want to just point out some things that, giving those scenarios, as a realtor, you should be prepared to handle any scenario that comes your way when handling a divorce situation. If you are a seller and you are facing a divorce and you need to sell your home, here's some pointers that I want you guys to think about. So, speaking to the sellers, think about what needs to happen. You need to sell your home, right? It needs to get done. You have to then think about the clear picture, interviewing a realtor. And the interview of a realtor has to be with both of you. Both of you have to decide on a realtor. Because what happens is if the wife picks the realtor and the husband picks another realtor, then only one realtor can be selected. And what's going to happen is the realtor, let's say that the wife went with, the husband will not be comfortable with. And that will then cause problems for the realtor to do their job. Because imagine having a realtor speaking with the both of you, because a realtor, a good realtor in this situation knows that communication is key and communication to both parties are far more important than anything else. But even though that realtor the wife picked speaks to both parties, the husband will still have a slight problem with any advice that realtor will give, no matter what. It's just something that occurs. The husband didn't pick that realtor. The husband is battling with the wife. You guys are already dividing, right? So it's going to be tension in the air. And therefore, it's not going to be healthy for the realtor to be able to represent both interests because it's already divided in the air. So the solution to that is both parties have to interview the realtor. Both parties have to agree on the realtor. So it's no picking separates because you can only choose one. You both will have to be on one accord on selecting your realtor. So that's one solution that definitely helps. So speaking to the agents, I spoke about communication. You have to be in communication with your sellers. I communicate via email. If they prefer a nice text, I will communicate via group text. I never communicate with one without the other. I have phone conferences with both parties, right? And the next thing for a realtor is you have to be a solution-based person. You have to be solution-based. You have to be someone that can resolve problems. Can you resolve a problem? If the husband and wife are debating on accepting a purchase price, offer price, right? Or let's go back and just go to the list price. You have a list price. Now, both sellers have hired you. Congratulations, you got the project to help them move on to their next chapter. But now the sellers are battling back and forth with the price of their home. What do? You have to provide the facts. Remain fact based, not opinion based. Lay out the market values, lay out the comps, the comparisons of homes for them. Make sure you're laying this out so that way they can visually see that you're not just throwing them a number. Remain patient until agreed upon. And when I say you need patience because remember, it's not about you, agents. Our sellers are facing a divorce. So our sensitivity levels are on high. So just remember that you have to be solution based and a great problem solver. So, sellers, you want an agent that is a problem solver and solution based. No question about it. You want an agent that knows how to communicate with both of you and not just one of you. The next thing that I have come upon when working with sellers is once you receive an offer, and now both parties don't agree on what they should accept. Again, if you're solution based and a problem solver, you'll be able to remain around the facts and not your opinions. You should be able to guide them through a resolution. So, sellers, I need you to be realistic with things. I understand that you're going through a hard time. You don't even want to have to deal sometimes with having to discuss a solution on the sale of your home. But at the end of the day, the goal is to sell your home. So you have to put all emotions to the side and focus on your numbers, focus on the facts, focus on the issue at hand, which is accepting an offer. And is this a good offer to accept? So that is one big issue that I see when both parties are unable to agree. And that's the only issue. It's because they don't want to agree. So they drag it and they go back and forth with no solution. So stick to the facts, stick to your numbers, because that is where it's going to lie. The buyer is going to have an appraisal, and the appraiser is going to look at the facts. The appraiser is going to look at those numbers. So another thing that I would like to mention is for liability reasons, you guys have a mortgage and you need to get out of it. You are faced with having to continually pay your mortgage until you can sell and move on. Some people can't just move out the house, leave it vacant, pay that bill, and then pay their own separate bills. So some parties are in the same home. You're in the same home paying this mortgage that you don't want to pay anymore, and then you need to find your plan B after. So you want an agent that's going to be able to map your plan B. Because in the process of accepting an offer and finally getting over that hurdle, you're going to now need to discuss your exit plan. And the exit plan doesn't have to be discussed separately, right? You don't have to figure this out by yourself and just this agent helps the wife or just this agent helps the husband, right? Agents, you help them individually, but you help them both. So, sellers, you want an agent that is able to help you with your plan B and help you on both sides. So, I always help my sellers with their plan B. Even in discussion before taking a listing, I want to know their plan B and how I'm going to be able to help them. Because there has to be a plan. And I don't want anyone feeling like they're left behind or that they're on their own. When working with the Tashea McDougall team, you have all hands on deck. We help you until we are done and we are still in your life after. That is what's important to us, right? So definitely find an agent that will not only help you, get through the hard parts in negotiations and dealing with your sensitive situation, but you also want an agent that's going to be able to help you transition into your next chapter. So, sellers, I also want you to know that getting a divorce is not an abnormal situation where people don't know the stresses of it. I want you guys to know that it's a no judgment zone. It's just about the issues at hand, which is selling your home and doing it right and doing it as fast as possible. So during the sell process, sellers, I also want you to know that it is a human instinct to think that a realtor will play favorites. I want you to know that that's a normal, natural instinct. It's a normal, natural instinct. But working with the Tashea McDougall team, because our communication is open and because we communicate on a daily and absolutely weekly basis, you will always feel like you both are our favorites. I kid you not. You will never ever feel like we're speaking more to one than we are to the other. And that is important during your situation. So, no favoritism involved. We are the number one team that can get you through your divorce situation in selling your home. And I am open to free consultations to discuss the matter in more detail and what fits your needs to your personal needs. I'm always available to discuss that. So what you can do is contact me at asktashea@gmail.com, or you can give me a call at 518-210-2575. Let's get you scheduled on the calendar. Let's see what's happening for your 2022. No judgment zone. I got you both. So give me a call, send me an email. Let's figure out the plan. It's happening. You're getting a divorce and you need to sell your home. I'm here for you. Talk to you soon.